obviously Messi coming wouldn't happen, I think, until like next year, next season anyway, right? So if that's the case, I don't know what this looks like. I don't know if there's going to be another pack sale for next year, because that would be crazy. But a promo card would be kind of cool for the game. And I am excited to see what they can put together for GLS now. Because GLS, if you haven't noticed, GLS is growing rapidly as a platform, because they have this whole, Invenium thing, which I think is a part of it. It's a part of like Arcade Colony. I'm not sure how all of that stuff works quite yet. But there's now already being a game and a partnership through Chibi Dinos being built. So, that wasn't anything additional for the team. Sure, there might be some work there just to integrate and partnerships and all that. But you have Chibi Dinos that is excited to be part of the platform, similar to how you had Double Coconut excited to be part of the platform for Splinterlands. So thinking that through, it's like, well, there's so much more potential for GLS. There's so much more potential for a sports platform, because a project like Chibi Dinos is tiny, right? All due respect to Chibi Dinos and what Charlie and the crew there have built, but it's like a tiny, all things considered, right? It's an NFT project that is building a game. It's not a major thing like what is that called? Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunks or something. It's a relatively smaller niche thing. PFP project that now has a game associated with it, and hopefully another game on the way, which will be built. So here's the thing: Chibi Dinos goes successfully. How many other NFT projects that don't have any utility right now, but they have solid communities that are primarily based around something sports related? And what I mean by this is there's probably a lot, right? There's probably a lot out there. We'll look at what GLS is doing. Splinterlands is doing with GLS, I should say. We'll look at what Chibi Dinos did. We'll look at the MLSPA and Messi coming in and be like, hey, you know what? We should like partner up with Splinterlands and Genesis League, right? Because they already have a platform there. Chibi Dinos is doing something interesting. They're going to come to us in the sense that I don't know who approached who with Chibi Dinos, but my guess would be, there's definitely a good amount or healthy interest from Chibi Dinos, especially from what you heard on the town hall last Monday. So whereas Splinterlands, had to rely on like an old contact, an old kind of partner with Double Coconut. And when I say old, like Double Coconut was helping do the mobile experience for Splinterlands, right? They were just, I think, contracted out. I'm not sure the nature of that partnership, but it seems like this was something that came about because they already had a connection, versus who knows how the Chibi Dinos came in. And I know as we've delved deeper into Ethereum with like Rooney and all that, Splinterlands and GLS are still obviously very much tied at the hip. They have the same same umbrella company, which is Splinterlands, the company. So I can imagine a lot more projects, maybe not major league sports, but definitely a lot more projects, smaller projects, wanting to come and build on the sports platform. And again, this is something that's going to take time. It's going to take something that needs a proof of concept. They need to deliver the Genesis League sports game. They need to show a healthy partnership and a healthy delivery of Chibi Dinos and whatever game that Chibi Dinos is building. But I want you to sit back and imagine what the platform could look like in 2 years. Okay, because Genesis League is less than a year old. We already have a partner that's working on a game. So I don't know how long it takes for the game to come out, but say it comes out within the next year, right? Comes out within the next year. We get the Bitcoin halving in about a year from now, a little less than a year from now. We have 2 successful games, a lot more hype, a lot more attention in the space. And so therefore, 2 years from now, imagine how many partners they could line up next summer. People coming in because they're just like, oh, this is like a successful gaming platform. Hive is pretty cool. Haven't really heard about it before, but I like it. And we can bridge our Ethereum assets to Hive in a way that Chibi Dinos is doing, the way that well, actually, I don't know if Chibi Dinos is doing, but the way that Rooney has done, we have the technology for it now, and maybe Chibi Dinos will do at some point in the future. Again, we don't really know what the plans are for that game. But my point is, you give a 2-year time frame, which is a long time in crypto. So I'm not saying like it's going to be easy, but the game could look, the platform could look completely different in 2 years just based on what has been accomplished so far in less than a year. So this is not to say go out and buy, GLX tokens, which are trading for less than a penny right now. But it is exciting to think about what could be all encompassed or all included with the platform in just a matter of years as we roll into, in my opinion, hopefully the next bull run, because I don't think we're there yet. I'm hopeful that we get an awesome pump this summer and maybe crypto decouples from the rest of the economy if the economy collapses. But I don't think that's going to happen. The debt ceiling, you saw what they did, what they always do, which is just extended until 2025. So it's like, as bad as things are, they still have the ability to kick the can down the road. I mean, obviously everybody knows we're going to run out of road at some point, but they still have the ability to kick the can down the road, which means we might have another like inflation cycle like 2021 where things go absolutely nuts again. I don't know. Maybe, right? Who knows? Followed by another crash, followed by whatever ends up happening. But obviously we know that what's that saying? Like, the markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So, hedge your bets. But I am excited for what the Genesis League sports platform looks like in 2 years from now, considering everything, or assuming everything that is currently in development is launched successfully within the next year, right? So that's the Chibi Dinos, and that's the hopefully the full version of whatever they're working on with Genesis League goals. Because keep in mind, the first iteration of this is like the 7v7. So yeah,